Yeah! Give me that shit. It's us. It's us. The buzzer, baby.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Big time players make big time plays, and that's Bam Adebayo, who cashes the three at the buzzer. Yes, a 3-pointer at the buzzer. Make it 3 straight games with a 3 from Bam Adebayo. I told y'all last video, if we see another game from Bam with a 3 and we start to see this consistently, ooh, it's about to be scary hours. And that's what we got right now for the Miami Heat as they come away with a 3-point victory versus the Detroit Pistons. Now, I know a lot of people might say, hey, calm down because of what I just said, which is a 3-point victory versus the Detroit Pistons. But a couple of things. One, you were missing Jimmy Butler. He didn't play today, so obviously you was already down your best player. 2, you was on the road for back-to-back games versus the same opponent. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care who the opponent is. It's very difficult to win back-to-back games versus the same team, especially when both of them are on the road. So shout out to the Miami Heat for saying we have enough. Being down 3 starters, actually, with Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Nikola Jovic all out, and still being able to come away with a dub in what was just an exhilarating ending. Bam Adebayo, that's at least his second game winner. He had one versus Brooklyn a couple years back without Jimmy Butler also in that game. But shout out to Bam Adebayo, man. What an absolutely big time player. And he was very critical in that entire fourth quarter, was showing his muscle for once. Not settling a ton with the jumpers and all these stupid fadeaways. He was putting his body into people and dunking on their head. We saw a couple dunks from Bam in that fourth quarter. Overall on the night, Bam Adebayo finished with 20 points, 17 rebounds, and 3 assists, 9 to 13 shooting. That is a grown man stat line. Have yourself a game, Bam Adebayo. Overall, very happy because you had to beat these 2 games after losing 4 straight. And the Heat also have to win tomorrow versus 76ers, who I believe are like a half a game above us in the standings. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Let's talk about the rest of this game. So to start us off, you had Duncan Robinson getting hot early, had like 20 first half points. The boy was cashing. Hit a 3 early on to make himself the fastest player in NBA history to reach 1,000 triples. He was also the fastest to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 900 triples. Also at 1,000, which is even more important because he was pretty bad last year. And I don't think that's an understatement. So the fact he was able to have a pretty, lackluster season and then come back and still be the fastest player to 1,000 triples, that tells you what kind of pace Duncan Robinson is on, which is to truly be one of the greatest shooters in NBA history. But overall, it was a pretty close game the entire first half. The Heat did get up double digits in that third quarter, but the 2 Fs on the Detroit Pistons, Fontecchio and Fournier, 2 of the most biggest random scrub Heat killers of all time, did get pretty hot in that third quarter to keep things close, and that fourth quarter was overall back and forth. Cade Cunningham tied it with a layup with like 30 seconds to go, and then the Pistons actually missed. The Heat got a rebound with 6 seconds left and pushed pace, and Terry Rozier out to Bam Adebayo, who cashed the 3 at the buzzer, and that gave Terry Rozier 9 assists as well. So I want to talk about a couple of things through the box score that I found interesting today. We'll start with Hayward Highsmith, who did replace Nikola Jovic in that starting lineup. He was ass. 1 of 6 from 3. Jaime Jaquez, 15 points. He was fine tonight. Missed a lot of bunnies at the rim. Wasn't as efficient as he usually is. But y'all know my stance on Jaime Jaquez. I love the man. I don't care what he does the rest of the season. He has personally shown me enough to show that he will be a very great player in this league for a long time. We talked about Bam Adebayo. Let's do it again. 17 rebounds. He was truly all over the place. And defensively, he was phenomenal because there was portions today where he was clamping Jalen Duran, and then portions where he was clamping Cade and Marcus Sasser. He is one of the only players in the league that can truly guard 1 through 5. That's a phrase that's thrown out there a lot, but not a lot of people can actually do it. And nobody like Bam Adebayo, who's the best defender in the NBA. And it's nice to be so positive about him because just a week ago, I was saying that he was dog crap. Literally, because he was terrible. And people called me a hater. I'm not a hater. I just call it how I see it. He was terrible, and he has been very, I was going to say better. He has been very great of late. Today, he was pretty great, though. And you love to see that from Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson, the other story of the game tonight. 30 points for your boy. 10 to 15 shooting, 7 to 12 from 3. Hit a deep one in the first half, too. Started mean mugging. When you got mean mugging Duncan Robinson, you know it's over for the other team. in that fourth quarter, he hit a couple of monster ones, like a fadeaway in the corner. And then had a nasty and 4-point play. He was cooking. And when Duncan Robinson's playing like that, this team is on a whole other level. And I do think it's pretty safe to say now that if Tyler Hero does come back, he'll be coming back off the bench. Now, that's something that obviously I thought was most optimal for a while, but I didn't think Spoelstra would do it. But unfortunately, Tyler Hero's missed a lot more time due to injury, and I just don't think Spo can justify, immediately putting Tyler back in that starting lineup. But most importantly, I do hope Tyler Hero's okay. We got some news from Anthony Chang yesterday that his hyperextended knee is okay, but Tyler Hero did have a foot problem that started acting up during the All-Star break, and he just got some injections to kind of help that recovery process. Only 18 games left this regular season. Tyler's going to be reevaluated in 1 to 2 weeks. So the regular season is starting to chip away. So hopefully we can get Tyler Hero back soon and Kevin Love. But for now, Duncan Robinson is doing a phenomenal job filling in that starting role. And on top of that, Terry Rozier today, 17.6 rebounds, 9 assists. You love all of that from him, especially since he had 9 assists and 0 turnovers. But what you don't like from Terry Rozier is he had 17 points on 20 shots. And if I'm going to give Tyler Hero crap for that, I guess I should note it with Terry Rozier as well. And then off the bench tonight, a couple of interesting things. Caleb Martin, another nice game, 10.7 rebounds. Thomas Bryant didn't do as much as he did the last few games. But the backup point guard rotation, a lot of people have been calling for DeLon Wright, and you got him today. 20 minutes for him, 6 points, 3 rebounds. I thought he was fine. And then Patty Mills only played 10 minutes today on St. Patty's Day, was only able to drop 1 point for you. But it was interesting to me because we actually saw a lineup of Patty Mills, DeLon Wright, Jaime Jaquez, Caleb Martin, and Thomas Bryant. If you would have told me a year ago I'd see that in the Heat starting lineup, I would be like, what the hell happened to this team? But we did see a little bit of it today. You even saw a little bit of a connection between Patty Mills and DeLon Wright. So I don't think we'll see a lot of minutes for both of them in the same game once you do get Tyler and Love and Jovic and Jimmy back. But I do think you might see one or the other. And I think at this point, Spo is still trying to figure out which one he prefers more. Could be matchup based because, of course, Mills is more of a scorer. DeLon is more of a defender. And once you get Tyler Hero back, that'll be a lot of shots that you no longer need from Patty Mills. So I think since Tyler's out, that's why we've seen Patty Mills more. But as they start to get healthy, maybe Spo will lean more towards DeLon Wright. From the Pistons side, really not too much to say today. All of their starters scored in double digits. Included Evan Fournier, 18 points, so little throwback random scrub Heat killer game for him, but nothing too crazy going on that side. So overall, I'm very satisfied with the win. You don't get many buzzer beaters, so you gotta take advantage of them when you do, as far as enjoying them. I don't care if it was versus the Pistons, because it was a very big game, and the Heat do play the 76ers tomorrow night, so I'll likely have a post-game video out for that. In case I don't, though, I do want to say that I'm going out of town. I'll be in Cleveland, Ohio. Yes, I know. Say what you want about Cleveland, but I'm going to visit some family stuff. It'll be a good time, especially since the Heat do play the Cavaliers in Cleveland, coincidentally, when I'm up there. So I got tickets to that game. So I might, if I don't see y'all tomorrow, which I think I should, subscribe so y'all don't miss it. But if I don't see y'all tomorrow, I might be out for the next 4 or 5 days. But we'll see what happens. I just wanted to know that. Anyways, like the video for the Bam Adebayo buzzer beater and hit that sub because we're on the road to 3,700. And I'll see y'all next time. Peace out.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.